Here's a question. How clean is the air in your home? There are several household items that might seem harmless, but can actually give off toxins, posing a risk to your long-term health. Adria Vasil writes the Ecaholic column for Now magazine, and she joins us. It's great to see you.
Good to see you, too.
So this is highly disturbing. We're hearing a lot about VOCs.
Right.
What are they?
Well, they're basically volatile organic compounds. They're easily airborne. And the thing with VOCs is that many of them are harmful to humans. Many of them contribute to smog. And they're actually making the air inside our homes more polluted in many ways than it is outside. So on an average day, the VOCs in our home are about 2 to 5 times worse than outdoor air, which is not good when you think about the fact that many of them contribute to headaches or dizziness, eye irritation, that kind of thing.
Does it make a difference, Adria, when you open a window? So is this a worse situation in the winter when people would be shut in?
Oh yeah, this is the worst time of year when we're kind of sealed into our homes, especially if we have one of those homes that's really well sealed, a newer home. That could be a problem. So you do want to make sure you're cracking your windows now and then to get that air circulating for sure.
You brought candles in for a reason.
I did.
Tell us.
People love them at this time of year because they have that warm glow, but actually candles can give off all kinds of pollutants, including VOCs, that are very similar to the ones that come off of our tailpipes. So benzene, toluene, formaldehyde, just because we're burning paraffin or petroleum wax. So no wonder it's similar to the stuff that's coming out of our tailpipe.
Are there better candles to get? We see the organic ones or the beeswax candles and that kind of thing. Is that different than the candles you're talking
Absolutely.
about?
I love me my beeswax.
Okay.
I have lots of it in my house. I'm burning them all the time. So those will do a better job. They won't release those pollutants that you get from regular paraffin candles.
So that's good to know. You've also got cleaning products, and these are things that we use all the time.
I know.
Many of us.
And you know what? On cleaning day, the VOC pollutants in our hair, in our air inside our homes, spikes over 100%. And it is a big deal because we're, creating all these irritating pollutants in our home, and especially ones that are lemony scented. Those are the worst.
And for some reason, lemon equates to clean.
I know.
Everybody's got a lemony scented something.
So much more irritating to our lungs and so on in the end. And conventional cleaners are the worst for that. Certified green cleaners reduce those pollutants much, much less.
So is this where the vinegar, all that stuff comes in as far as cleaning? And
100%. If you can stick to the baking soda and vinegar, then you don't have to worry about this stuff at all.
What about commercial air purifiers? Because we see them being sold, but the thing is, there is a real variance in the cost of these purifiers.
Well, everyone's promising air cleaning action, especially you're seeing HEPA a lot these days, and they'll say, oh, it's a hospital grade air filter, how fabulous. Well, the truth is that, the $75, $100 version is really not going to be equal to the ones they have in hospitals. But so you want to make sure you're investing in quality. You don't want to get the cheapy one in this case, and I really recommend that people go to allergybuyersclub.com to look up reviews before they invest in an air purifier.
Okay, so you told us about the candles and you told us about the various cleaning products. What else should people be concerned about in the home?
Well, a lot of our renovation materials are really hazardous in terms of emitting VOCs. Wood, for instance, like this compressed wood, big deal. Last year they got caught emitting all kinds of formaldehyde that were levels that were off the charts. So you want to make sure you're looking for low VOC building renovation materials like flooring and so on. And the other thing that people don't really think about is our electronics. They're creating a lot of harmful dust in our homes, full of hazardous flame retardants that are lodging themselves in our fatty tissues and stay there for life. And so it's really important that when we see those dust bunnies that we're vacuuming them up, and I can be guilty of this myself. I'm not always on top of it as much as I should, but dusting our homes, especially wet dusting, which is why I brought that microfiber cloth there.
Right.
We want to be vacuuming and wet dusting as frequently
Not just
as possible.
sweeping.
Not just sweeping, as you're kicking those pollutants, including lead and flame retardants that are in our electronics, coming off our old windows and so on. Really important. And one way to clean our air naturally, by the way, is with houseplants. So they will actually pull out VOCs like formaldehyde. They might not pull out the flame retardants, but they will help you reduce these bad boys, which is really important.
This is great information. Adria, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.